From the heart of Florida's great Northwest, it's radio. Indeed it is. This is Pat Crawford, hoping you'll stay with us for the next 90 minutes of music and conversation here aboard our stage studio, located in the beautiful Museum of Commerce in the historic Pensacola Village. What a great audience we have tonight. Give yourselves another big hand. Yes. As I look out at the smiling faces that fill this room tonight, I just am overwhelmed. This is a radio audience for sure. And I love them. Well, we have a great lineup of artists tonight. We've got some folks we haven't had on before. We've had some folks we have had on before. My first guest, Ben Bedford. It's been 10 years since I had Ben on it. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. It's good to have him back. Shortly after his performance 10 years ago, he was named one of the 50 most significant folk singer-songwriters of the past 50 years by Rich Warren of WFMT Chicago. Now, that list also included Bob Dylan, Townes Van Zandt, Annis Mitchell, Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot, and John Prine. So, good company, good company. Garnering critical acclaim, Ben has played his music for audiences all over the United States and abroad, hitting notable venues such as the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, Folk Stage in Chicago, and Club Passim in Cambridge, Massachusetts. He's also played the Kerrville Folk Festival in Texas, the Fox Valley Folk Festival in Illinois, and the Fayetteville Roots Festival in Arkansas. In May of 2018, he was named one of 6 Grassy Hill Kerrville New Folks winners at the Kerrville Folk Festival. Please join me in welcoming Ben Bedford.
Thank you, Pat.
Darling, you have nothing more to give. You have nothing more to give to thee. Darling, the future's all that lives. The future's all that lives for me. Down where tears are bound to fall, we'll be flying o'er it all. Darling, the shimmer and the feel, the bronze upon your wheel. Darling, the glimmer of your wings, oh how the stars do swing and pulse. Stand and see us from the ground, a dash of light before the sound. many ages past, no use in looking back through fog. Darling, your engines hum and growl. We'll let the wind devour it all. Damn the hours down below, 'cause we've got light years left to go. Darling, have nothing more to give. Have nothing more to give to thee. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here on Radio Live, to get into the holiday spirit. It is December after all. I have styled my hair and sideburns as Bob Cratchit would. Thought you might appreciate that, so that's a song called The Pilot and the Flying Machine Part 2, and I'm just going to put that Sharpie down in case I need it later. Here's a song called, gosh, I got too much stuff in my pockets. Here's a song called Letters from the Earth. And I stole the title from Mark Twain, who is a very excellent person to steal from, and he doesn't mind at all. I tried to call you when I passed through Omaha. I've been roughing it on and off since fall. Well, some crossings sure were hard, but we've made it fine thus far. It'd be a mercy hear you on the line. The cities of the plains all look the same. It's no use for me to even learn their names. They rise and then they fall like some forgotten song we never really cared for at the time. I see a wreck ahead with no place to swerve. I feel like Lucifer and letters from the earth. And you know I don't behave when I'm not okay. I'm not okay anymore. Alright, alright, alright. storm had gathered low. I lit a cigarette and braced up for the snow. With all the world in white, well, a shroud of falling light. Well, it's hard to tell what is and is not real. The river ice glowed blue below the ridge. I got out of the car and I stood out on the bridge. I took a photograph for you while humming Rex's blues. We both love that melancholy tune. I see a wreck ahead with no place to swerve. I feel like Lucifer in letters from the earth. And you know I don't behave when I'm not okay. I'm not okay anymore. Alright, alright, alright. Thank you. Thank you very much. Almost there. Don't listen. Cut this part out. This is a song called High and Low. Tom, I think I'm getting just a little bit of feedback from the monitor, maybe. Thanks. I mean, it's positive feedback. We're almost there. Okay, this part's gonna be way more interesting. There's nothing in the sky but the clouds. There's nothing in the sky but the clouds. Floating over this old town, there's nothing in the sky but the clouds. There's nothing in the branches but the breeze. nothing in the branches but the breeze. No voices call and follow me. There's nothing in the branches but the breeze. So let the wind blow where it will. There's no emptiness to fill. You've been searching high and low, any kind of sign, any kind of sign. You've been searching high and low, any kind of sign, or any kind of sign. You're not searching nothing in the river but the blue. There's nothing in the river but the blue. To want a thing with all your heart doesn't make it true. There's nothing in the river but the blue. There's nothing in the river but the blue. So let the wind blow where it will. There's no emptiness to fill. You've been searching high and low for any kind of sign, any kind of sign. You've been searching high and low for any kind of sign, for any kind of sign. But you're not searching anymore. There's nothing in the dark for you to fear. There's nothing in the dark for you to fear. The dark, it has no memory of tears. There's nothing in the dark for you to fear. There's nothing in the dark for you to fear. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ben. Ben Bedford. And Ben will be back with us in the second half of the program. And the program is Radio Live, coming to you tonight from the Museum of Commerce in the historic Pensacola Village, and brought to you on WUWF. We are public radio from the University of West Florida at 88.1 FM, also online at WUWF.org. All right. Joining us now is a couple here that were introduced to me by my good friend Kevin Danzig a while back. Let me tell you a little bit about these folks. Don McNatt grew up in Memphis, the son of Grand Ole Opry fiddler Speedy McNatt. Speedy tried really hard to steer him away from a career as a musician, but the desire to perform and the talent to do it was too strong. A future in theater seemed promising, and Don excelled as both an actor and a musician. While a student at Memphis State, he was a cast member in the first theatrical production of The Who's Tommy, and soon thereafter, Hair. Controversy over the production led to the filming of an Emmy award-winning NBC documentary entitled When Hair Came to Memphis. After college, he headed to Los Angeles and a successful career as a musician and actor. While there, he began shooting the television program Writers in the Round with Don McNatt and Friends, which also aired in Nashville, Austin, and Memphis. It was inevitable that he would end up at some point in the songwriting mecca of Nashville, where he met his wife, Karen. Touring both in the U.S. and abroad as the Macs, we're fortunate to have them living among us here now on the Alabama Gulf Coast. Please welcome the Macs.
I went down to see my fella, thought I better carry my red umbrella. We jumped on his horse and we took a ride across the Tennessee countryside. The sun was beating down that day, all we needed was a little shade. I opened up my red umbrella for to shade me and my fella. Had a little picnic by the creek. He gave me a little kiss on the cheek. I kissed him back and surprised my fella, and his face turned the color of my umbrella. Sweet 16, we'd never been kissing. Little did we know what we were missing. Lying on a blanket hidden by the red umbrella, we kissed the sky. Kiss the sky. We were riding on a horse with my red umbrella, riding on a horse with my new fella. I'm in love and mama can't tell it under the shade of my red umbrella. Lightning cracked and thunder rolled. We shoulda went home like I was told, but we found an old abandoned shed. Well, let's wait here, my fella said. The storm blew over in an hour, and he made me a necklace out of wildflowers. He carried me home. My mama said, "Child, where you been? That storm's been wild." Well, we were riding on a horse with my red umbrella, riding on a horse with my new fella. I'm in love and mama can't tell it under the shade of my red umbrella. Now, if my umbrella could spill the beans, he would tell what he had seen. But Mama and Papa never learned what my umbrella seen and heard. He never said a word. Well, we were riding on a horse with my red umbrella, riding on a horse with my new fella. I'm in love and Mama can't tell it under the shade of my red umbrella. Oh, now I'm in love and Mama can't tell it under the shade of my red umbrella. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Thank you.
Woo!
Wow, you guys are beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. I tell you what, it's awfully good to be in here. I'm not sure what year it was. I believe it was about 2003, but our good friends, the Books, told us that Larry John Wilson was playing this event. And we came down here those many years ago when I sat here, and of course Larry John blew us away. But besides that, the event blew us away. And I thought, man, I would love to play that. So 17 years later, here I am. But you know, it goes to the problem that I have a lot. The songwriters, you know, we want to play places and we want people to come and see us. And to do that, you have to draw a certain amount of attention. And we've come down, we live here now, but we've come down from Nashville, where you won't believe what they'll do in Nashville just to get a little attention, you know, to draw a crowd. Our friends in Nashville, they will go out and have a bunch of #1 hits. It's not the path I've chosen. But I found my niche. I'm the only one, I think, who also gives fashion tips. My wife says I'm thrifty, and I admit sometimes I go a little too far to get the value from the things I buy. But even a man that's watching his means knows when it's time to buy new jeans. If you saw mine, you'd know why. 'Cause they're ripped up, tore up, a little stretched and faded all around the butt, and their crotch looks like a piece of tattered macrame. They got ventilation holes for both knees and some little peepholes for my BVDs. And that's all the jeans I got today. So I wandered on down to the department store. It's where I always replace my jeans, and like I said, I need some more. When I got to that section, all the jeans that I could see looked like some cruel joke they were trying to play on me. 'Cause they were ripped up, tore up, a little stretched and faded all around the butt, and the crotch looked like a piece of tattered macrame. They had ventilation holes for both knees, some little peepholes for your BVDs, and that's all the jeans they got today. But then I thought, this must be where the poorest folks come to buy. I guess there's folks worse off than me. And that almost made me cry. So I asked the clerk the price of jeans for those just barely staying alive. He pulled the tag and he proudly read $195. I said, why? He said, they're ripped up, tore up, a little stretched and faded all around the butt, and the crotch looks like a piece of tattered macrame. They got ventilation holes for both knees, some little peepholes for your BVDs, and that's all the jeans they got today. So I went home and I took my old jeans from the garbage with a smile, 'cause it may get cold this winter, but at least I'll be in style, because they're ripped up, tore up, a little stretched and faded all around the butt, and their crotch looks like a piece of tattered macrame. They got ventilation holes for both knees, some little peepholes for your BVDs, and that's all the jeans I got. At least mine didn't cost a lot. That's all the jeans I got today. Now you probably noticed I'm not wearing those jeans tonight. I did find some jeans, and I'm saving those for special occasions. Just have to get that off my chest.
He had that idea for a song. He said, man, I got to write that song. Everywhere we'd go, he'd embarrass me. He'd say, well, I was looking for new jeans. So it was funny. Okay, we spent a lot of time in Texas and traveling and playing, so I had to write a song for the Texas people, okay? But I'm not going to play it. Well, my daddy said, I know a Texas oil man you should meet, But a country boy from Tennessee done swept me off my feet. We kissed mama, she was crying. We packed up my SUV and bought a cabin in the mountains of East Tennessee with 6 kids, 5 dogs, 8 cats, and 2 raccoons. Yeah, you could say I'm stuck here. We've added on 5 rooms. But all this time I couldn't talk that man of mine to move back west to the land. Little Texas band sang God has blessed, but don't bury my bones in Tennessee. Longhorn blood runs through my veins, this land's a part of me. I know, dear, you brought me here, but when Jesus comes for me, bury me in Texas, not in Tennessee. Well, it's just as hot back here in Tennessee.
Oh, boy.
But a Texas state of mind is just as cool as it can be. They got a rivers running through it, and those bonnets, they are blue. And Willie's birthday bash is something everyone should see. Well, I learned to live without my Lone Star beer.
And that was hard.
But we got moonshine, moon pies, Grand Ole Opry, Dollywood, and deer. I miss my Texas Dan Halls, barbecue and brisket in the fall. But I make my honey bring me back each year. But don't bury my bones in Tennessee. Longhorn blood runs through my veins, this land's a part of me. I know, dear, you brought me here, but when Jesus comes for me, bury me in Texas, not in Tennessee. Oh yeah, bury me in Texas, not in Tennessee. Yeah! Woo! Thank you.
You guys are so wonderful. I'd love to talk to you a little bit. Maybe when we come back in the second set, we'll do that. Right now, I want to get right on it because I got another song I want to do. We were in Germany, and we were down in under this restaurant and this thing, and with round walls, and they're big and thick, and cows used to be there. And see, I'm trying to get through this story real fast. The point is, we wrote this song.
I won't play hard to get. I got the room all set. I want your loving right now. There won't be no Super Bowl on, just bearskin rugs to roll on. I want your loving right now.
I want your loving, baby. Ooh, your loving, baby. I want your loving right now. I want your loving, baby. Ooh, your loving, baby. I want your loving right now.
Tell me about it, Dawn.
You got me pleading, darling. I'm on my knees and crawling, and I want your loving right now. Forget my pride today. I just can't help the way I want your loving right now. I want your loving, baby. Ooh, your loving, baby. I want your loving right now. I want your loving, baby. Ooh, your loving, baby. I want your loving right now. There's been a lot of talking. It's time to do the walk, walk, walk. I've been extremely jealous of all those other fellas, and I want your loving right now.
Oh. Well, I pushed them all away so you and me could play. I want your loving right now.
I want your loving, baby. Ooh, your loving, baby. I want your loving right now. I want your loving, baby. Ooh, your loving, baby. I I want your love.
Ooh, right now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Karen. The Macs, they will also be back with us in the second half of the program. Support for this program comes from the Hilton Pensacola Beach Golf Front, who provides accommodations for our artists every month during this show, and we certainly appreciate that, as do the artists. Remember in the early days when we were doing this show, a lot of the artists were just starting out themselves, and the first thing they'd say to me when we showed them where they were staying on the beach was they said, "Oh, I don't have to sleep in my van tonight." But it's not quite that bad for artists anymore. It used to be, but at any rate, we sure appreciate the support of the Hilton. My next guest is someone we've had on a few times. Always very excited to have Hiroya Tsukamoto with us. He is a one-of-a-kind composer, guitarist, and singer-songwriter from Kyoto, Japan. He began playing the five-string banjo when he was 13, took up the guitar shortly thereafter. In the year 2000, he received a scholarship to Berklee College of Music and came to the United States. There he formed his own group with unique musicians from multiple continents, including Latin Grammy Colombian singer Marta Gomez. Hiroya has headlined major concerts around the world, including several appearances at the Blue Note in New York City, and has performed with Esperanza Spalding, Kendrick Scott of the Crusaders, Pete Kennedy, and Dave Maxwell of the Muddy Waters Band. In 2018, he won second place in the prestigious International Fingerstyle Guitar Championship. Please join me in welcoming once again to Radio Live, Hiroya Tsukamoto.
tutto per l'estate, la tette non durano perché, lei la da tutto per l'estate, per l'estate, lei la da tutto per l'estate. Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be back to Pensacola. This is my third time here on Radio Live. Thanks so much. The song I just played was a song called, original piece called Gemini Bridge, which is the name of the place in Colorado, in Utah actually, which is a natural stone bridge with a huge red rocks where I composed. And since English is not my first language, it's always challenging for me to entitle in English. And what I do sometimes is asking American audience like you guys, because you have much better idea about English. And this is what I did for this next piece. Right after composing this next piece, I played this piece for the first time in Rochester, New York. And after I played this piece, a guy came to me, and he was about mid-70s guy. And he was telling me about his life and stories. And he said, I got an idea about your title. And he said, as I get older, every morning when I wake up, I just appreciate every day's life more and more, because sometimes I think of how long I have. And he said, how about another great day to be alive? And I thought, that's a nice title. But he also said that if you don't name it, I'm not going to buy you a CD. So this is called Another Great Day to Be Alive.
Thank you, Hiroya. Hiroya Tsukamoto, and he will also be back with us in the second half of the program. We do this the first Thursday of every month, except for next month. We're actually doing it on January 9th instead of January 2nd. But generally, it's the first Thursday of the month. We do it here live. If you're listening and not here tonight, you want to attend the program, it's very easy to find out how. You just go to wuwf.org, click on Radio Live, and you'll find out how you can get here. And we would love to have you join us as well. All right, this next group we had on, actually December a year ago was when we had them on for the first time, and you all loved them, and so I thought, hey, I got to bring them back. The New 76ers are a close-knit family trio from Tallahassee, deeply rooted in Southern music tradition, who deliver their unique brand of what they call acoustic happiness. My friend Grant Peoples has high praise for these folks, writing, the New 76ers are jam-up performers with great vocal layering and musicianship. They're both writers and song stylists who reach deep in the crowd. They're young, vibrant, compelling, and professional. With Kelly Goddard playing rhythm guitar, Brian Durham on upright bass, and Danny Goddard on lead guitar, please welcome the New 76ers.
The name she gave was Caroline, the daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her. She came from Spencer, across the hills. She said Paul sent her, 'cause the cold was low and soon the snow should turn those skies to winter. She said she'd come to look for work. She was not seeking favor, for a dime a day and a place to stay. She turned those hands to labor. But the times were hard, Lord, and the jobs were few all through Tecumseh Valley. And she asked around, and the job she found, tending bar and Gypsy Sally. But she saved enough to get back home when spring replaced the winter. But her dreams were denied when the boy had died. The word come down from Spencer. So she turned a whoring out on the streets with all the lust inside her. It was many was a note that cried, fare thee well, to Valley. The name she gave was Caroline, the daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her. The sunshine walked beside her.
Thanks. That's a Townes Van Zandt tune. We wrote this for our friend Sarah, who walks around singing everything that she's thinking about. I gotta go find my keys, stuff like that. Don't forget the bread. Sometimes she does that. This is called I Try to Sing Along. 1, 2.
Midnight horns are sounding, makes last night's whiskey come alive again. The sweet moving on car, whose
It's time to take my vitamin D. My phone was on vibrate and it was vibrating, and I was like, who is calling me right now? All my family knows I'm online. It was my alarm telling me I needed to take my vitamin D. By the way, you should take vitamin D. That's a service announcement for vitamin D.
Vitamin D. In the summer, he usually talks about Gold Bond medicated powder. We need to get sponsored by them in the summer at the festival circuit, you know. Yeah.
Through their eyes, what they see clearly will remind will me, see me on a standby, waiting patiently. The time creeps by, but will it save me? Another world away, demise and disgrace haunts me at night and changes this place. Through their eyes, will they see green, or will we remove all that's left to see? The birds are flying overhead, whispering what the wind said. Listen, listen, all you who tread what the wind said, what the wind said. Love, love, all you who feel is what's for real, is what's for real. Love, love, all you who feel is what's for real, is what's for real. It's what the wind said, what the wind said.
The wind blows by, it's not just a breeze. The mother reacts so violently. Who are we to only take? There will come a time when we can't replace.
Birds are flying overhead, whispering what the wind said. Listen, listen, all you who tread what the wind said, what the wind said. Love, love, all you who feel is what's for real, is what's for real. Love, love, all you who feel is what's for real, is what's for real. Hey, it's what the wind said, what the wind said. When it's all said and done, did you make the right choice? Well, did you listen to your own voice? Ruled by fear, put a wig in that chair like no one sees and no one really cares. The birds are flying overhead, whispering what the wind said. Listen, listen, all you who tread what the wind said, what the wind said. Love, love, all you who feel is what's for real, is what's for real. Love, love, all you who feel is what's for real, is what's for real. Yeah, yeah.
What
new 76ers. They will be back in a little while too, so hang on. This is Radio Live. Just a reminder, these artists have merchandise with them tonight as well, which is a great thing. So you can take them home with you, at least sonically. So you might, if you're here before you leave, you might want to check out the merchandise table or on your way out and buy it all up, because that's what's great. That's how these people make their living. Also, if you ever want to relive your moments here in Radio Live, there's a couple of ways you can do it. We have this available as a podcast at wwf.org, and it's usually available about 3 or 4 days after the show, the audio version of it, the podcast. You can watch it we're on several of the cable systems here in the area, but so few people are still connected to cable. It's probably easier to find it on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. It's just WWF Radio Live, and if you go there, you can see videos of all of the shows and relive those moments, good, bad, indifferent. But at any rate, we're going to have more good stuff now, and right now we're going to continue with our friend Ben Bedford.
Thank you. It is wonderful to be here in Pensacola, so thanks everybody for having me. Thanks to WWF, Pat, and everybody. Last set I did some songs from my album, The Pilot and the Flying Machine, but I've got a new album out, so I'll do some tunes from that. It's called The Hermit's Spyglass, and it's an album about me and my cat. Sorta. Little falcon flies so fast, buffalo of summers past, note about their russet stems. Little falcon is on the wind. Whether rain or in the sun, seems to know when day is done. Flung beyond the purple trees, little falcon falls asleep. Little falcon way up high, how I wish that I could fly. And I wouldn't have to know the unkindness here below. Flash of gold and flash of green, fast as anything you've seen. Never asking how or why, she's fallen from the sky. Little falcon way up high, how I wish that I could fly. And I wouldn't have to know the unkindness here below. Little falcon flies so fast, buffalo of summers past, note about their busted heads. Little falcon is on the wind. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll leave you with this one. This is called Quiet on the Green Hill. I don't know if anybody has been to Central Illinois, but you know that hills are relatively rare in Central Illinois anyway. So when you got one, you write a song about it. This one's just down the road from my house. Thanks everybody for listening.
Thank you.
Ben Bedford, yeah. You're listening to Radio Live, coming to you live this evening from the Museum of Commerce in the beautiful historic village of Pensacola. Support for Radio Live comes from the Radio Live 25, the group of individuals who literally brought this show back from the dead 2 years ago. We're just getting ready to enter into our third year of support from these people. Made a huge difference. They are marked by the lanyards they wear around their necks, and it is a sign for you to immediately thank them for what they do, because we certainly appreciate that. They are, in fact, the largest support for this station, and for this, not for the station, but for this program, and we sure appreciate what they do for us. All right. Well, we still have a lot more coming tonight, and we're going to continue with our friends, the Macs.
Well, I told you when we came back, maybe we'd talk just a little more. I want to tell you a little bit about us. We live here now. We were coming down Yeah, we love it down here. We were coming down for the Frank Brown Songwriters Festival every year, and as we did that, we got to where we just loved it, and we moved here. And we've told our friends, when you come down to visit, you need to leave that last day for a real estate agent to ride around, because you're probably going to want to do that, you know. But anyway, this business hasn't made us rich. You can probably tell that, but we'll. It's been wonderful. It's been I'm not a young man now, and you know, the other guy dressed like Bob Hatchett. You know who I came as, and just old Santa Claus, you know. But we've gotten to go places and see places in the world that I thought I never would, because we're playing music. We've gotten to be in rooms like this with people like you know. And as we've traveled around, like a lot of other songwriters, I've gotten fascinated with trains. In Nashville, we had one called the Nashville Star, and it went from an area called Lebanon to downtown. It was a really, really cool little train. But if you go to London, or you go to New York City, or you go to you know, Munich, there's so many trains, and I got fascinated with that. And what I learned is that if you get on the wrong train, your stop ain't coming up. This kind of a song about that. There's a desperate train of lovers pulling into one-night stands. Before those rails are cool, they'll be back on that train again. Could there be a destination where you stop and stay a while? Does this train go to happiness? Is it just beyond a smile? 'Cause I saw the map as posted on the walls inside the car, and I just don't see that stop along the way. Could it be that I've been traveling down those lonesome tracks too long, and it's time for me to leave that desperate train, that desperate train? Is it time for me to leave that desperate train? There's so many rails and platforms and 1,000 kinds of signs, and a man that says that he's the one that's meant to be your guide. As he points you through the station, time has come to choose again. Are you gonna get back on that desperate train, that desperate train? Are you at the gate that boards that desperate train? There's a long line for the money train, an express that stops in love, but heartache shares that platform, and it only takes a shove. Don't forget the final stop, it's how it's got its name. When you get on board to ride that desperate train, that desperate train, if you're gonna get back on that desperate train. 'Cause I saw the map as posted on the walls inside the car, and I just don't see that stop along the way. Could it be that I've been rambling down those lonesome rails too long, and it's time for me to stop right here and ask myself again, are you gonna get back on that desperate train, that desperate train? Are you gonna get back on that desperate train? Thank you, thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. So we have several friends here, and we appreciate that.
I told you we moved down here. Y'all got boats? Those of you that live here, you got boats? Because I saw a statistic that said that there was at least a boat for every human being in this area registered. We ain't got a boat. Some of you are doubling up. But we thought about it. My wife has put a bunch of thought into it.
Well, I always wanted a boat, and the longer we live down here, the longer we think, oh, we should get a boat, but our friends say, nay, nay. Okay, I think I'm ready. Well, I wanna, what is it? I wanna, wow, you gotta get the first word. I wanna sell the brick and mortar, swear off my life as a hoarder, and leave the snow and ice and traffic behind. Chop off my roots, ditch my old dingo boots. I wanna sail the turquoise water in the bright sunshine. Well, I don't wanna live the life of a desperate housewife or card playing country club socialite. Give me the ocean breeze and the swaying of palm trees. It's a tropical life for me. Honey, we gotta buy a boat, then we'll sail away. We gotta buy a boat, sit on the dock of the bay, soaking up the sunshine, making love in the moonlight, enjoy a little piece of the spotlight. First, baby, we gotta buy a boat. We found a sweet little Catalina, put her in at the marina. Family and friends all wave goodbye, cruising our little yacht to all the little map dots. Oh, the stress-free life we always wanted to try. Fishing and scuba from here to Aruba, swimming with the dolphins and watching them play. Caribbean high under endless skies, flamingo lights on our boat for the Christmas parade at Pensacola. We gotta buy a boat, then we'll sail away. We gotta buy a boat, sit on the dock of the bay, soaking up the sunshine, making love in the moonlight, enjoy a little piece of the salt life. But first, baby, we had to buy that boat. Oh, but now the honeymoon ended when we got lost at sea, and we never fixed that problem, flushing the latrine, fighting wind and leaks and barnacles, salt and humidity. It's a full-time job we never thought it would be. Oh, honey, I thought I'd never say this. We gotta sell the boat, let the ropes be free. We gotta sell that boat, 'cause it's a category 3. Cut loose the floating pain, get me a condo out of the rain, sit back and relax in our mundane. But first, baby, we gotta sell that boat. We'll never regret buying that boat, will we, Don?
No.
Nor the sunburn and sweat, and I told you so.
Well, maybe the sweat.
But Delta can fly us where we wanna go. First, baby, we gotta sell that boat. First, baby, we gotta sell that boat. I was thinking about an RV.
You guys are so good. We're at a place called the Point Restaurant on Inner Point every Tuesday. Some of you guys know us from that. Thank you so much for supporting that and the different things that we try to do. I'm going to ask you to help me with this last one. I barely see you people over there. I'm just not turned the right way. I feel like Jessica Rabbit, you know, she was just turned that way. Picture, if you will, a bunch of lonely guys, all sitting table for 4, party of 1, watching a beautiful waitress walk around in a Mexican restaurant. Hola, my pretty senorita, I see the brightness and the sweetness in your eyes. I've never seen a face that's sweeter. One look at you and I begin to realize I wanna speak Spanish. I wanna speak Espanol like I grew up in old Monterey. I wanna speak Spanish and understand Spanish to hear every word she might say. I look around and see the faces. The food's not good there, but it fills up every night. She knows their orders and their places. They don't need languages for her to get it right. I wanna speak Spanish. I wanna speak Espanol like I grew up in old Monterey. I wanna speak Spanish and understand Spanish to hear every word she might say. I bought some books and tapes and software. Signed up for night school, switched to Latin radio. I gotta tell her how much I care. I want the feature of that restaurant to go. I wanna speak Spanish. I wanna speak Espanol like I grew up in old Monterey. I wanna speak Spanish and understand Spanish to hear every word she might say. Right now we talk about tortillas, but she can tell that there is more I wanna say. There's something in her buenos dias that says she'd listen if I only learned the way. And I know what I'd say. I wanna speak Spanish. I wanna speak Espanol like I grew up in old Monterey. I wanna speak Spanish and understand Spanish to hear every word she might say. And understand Spanish to hear every word. Thank you very much.
The Max. All right. Don't forget about that merchandise table. You guys, I can tell you're enjoying all this music tonight, so be sure you stop by there on your way when you leave tonight. This is Radio Live. For all you people listening that are not here, too bad. You're missing out. We're having a lot of fun here. We have a fantastic audience. Best audience we've had tonight. You guys are simply amazing. I could have said of all the audiences we've had, you're one of them. All right, well, we're going to continue now with our friend Hiroya Tsukamoto.
about 20 minutes north from New Haven, Connecticut. There's a town called Hamden, and in Hamden there are two mountains, and one is a round one. Next to the round one, there's a longer one, and they are connected to each other. And local people call it Sleeping Giant. It's a state park. It's beautiful mountains. And next to Sleeping Giant, there's a university named the Quinnipiac University. And one of the professors there comes to my show pretty often whenever I play in Connecticut. And last fall, he asked me to compose a piece about Sleeping Giant, because this place got tornado last spring in 2018, and lots of trees fell, and State Park was closed over the year. And they finally reopened the park this year. So he wanted me to write a piece for celebration for reopening. And last December, he called me up and he said, why don't you come up here? And I went up to Connecticut, and me and him did a couple of hours trail walking throughout the mountains, because he wanted me to feel the mountains before composing. And after I came home, he sent me 5 books about these mountains. And he wrote a letter saying that you have to study about this place. But it was very hard. But anyway, I tried to compose this piece, and I finished this. And last April, I played this piece for the first time at the Quinnipiac University. And this place was originally a sacred place of Native American people living there back then. And their name is Habamock people. So I named this piece as Habamock.
To the name
Hey, listen to the radio. Hey, oh, listen to the radio. Hey, listen to the Hey, oh, listen to the Hey, listen to the Hey, oh, listen to the Hey, viviendo. Thank you very much. Thank you. Last summer, a couple of months ago, I taught at a music gathering in North Carolina called the Suwananoa Gathering, which is basically a music camp for adults. It's a beautiful music community. And I taught 3 classes for Guitar Week. And same week, there was another one going on called the Contemporary Folk Week, which is more like a singer-songwriter oriented folk classes. And between my 3 classes, I had one empty spot. So I was thinking to take one of the vocal classes, because since I was instructor, I didn't have to pay. And I ended up taking one of the vocal classes, which was a very inspiring class. And in the class, the teacher asked students to write a song in the class with no instrument. And she told us, I'm gonna give you guys 10 minutes, and why don't you go out and try to write a piece and come back. And I went out and I walked through the woods and I tried to hear what's coming from my head. And this simple melody came about with the Japanese poetry. And after I came back to the classroom, I sang this piece for teacher and the students. And same week, there was a morning meditation at 6:30 a.m. every morning. And I try to go there every morning. And while I was listening, while I was meditating, I came up with another part. And I was listening the monks talking. And I combined these 2 parts and I made this new piece.海の見える街に君は家を建てた悲しい思い出忘れるために海の見える街に君は家を建てた悲しいあなたのそばにいるために生きてゆくのはつらいそれを言わないだけで僕もあなたと同じまた朝が来たねYou built a house up on the hill. There's an ocean view from every room. All alone, you sit there and gaze, hoping that the memory fades. I also built a house up on the hill. There is a sound of water in the air. All the pain that you have endured washes out beyond the shore. Pain is but a part of every life, but these are the words I cannot bear to say. We are just the drops of water in the sea. Morning tide will bring another day. 海の見える街に君は家を建てた。悲しい思い出忘れるために海の見える街に僕も家を建てた。悲しいあなたのそばにいるために生きてゆくのはつらい、それを言わないだけで僕もあなたと同じ。また朝が来たね。海の見える街に君は家を建てた。悲しい思い出忘れるために
Hiroya Tsukamoto. That was beautiful. All right. Well, we are going to round things out tonight in style once again with our friends from over to the east, the new 76ers.
Long days and nights kept up this brutal pace. Still, I'll probably end up in last place. That's alright by me. Seen some things you won't believe, and besides, I got nowhere to be. It's time not to slow down while you're waiting to come around. Knock you all down if you don't watch out. I'll wait for you if you tell me you want me to, and if you don't, that's alright too. If you don't watch out, if you don't watch out. watch I'll wait for you if you tell me you want me to. And if you don't, that's alright too. If you don't watch don't watch sneak right up on you. 'Cause if you don't watch don't watch oh, if you don't watch oh, if you don't watch
Thanks, that's a brand new tune that Kelly just wrote. I like it. It's in the key of E for those of you playing at home. See some wet eyes in the audience. It's probably allergies.
Hey, y'all ready? Radio. You
Yep.
passed. That's awesome.
I wrote this song to place at least top 10 in the Will McLean Florida Song Contest. So anything in the top 10 is going to work for me, so I'm fine with that. Well, there ain't no sun or sunsets in the places I've gone. I've been running around these streets forever. She's been trying to bring me home. Well, she holds my place beside the rivers down near the Gulf of Mexico. I'm in love, Florida, I'm coming home. I'm in love, tell the birds to sing my song and roll, sweet rivers roll. Florida, I'm coming home. I'm in love. She is my luck, she is the one. So roll, rivers roll. Florida, I'm coming home. I'm in love. Florida, I'm coming home. Met the folks up in Virginia, fished the low tides of the bay, even rode the train out west to see all that concrete in LA. I flew above the Colorado River once, then back east to Arkansas. I'm in love, Florida, I'm coming home. I'm in love, tell the birds to sing my song, and roll, sweet rivers roll. Florida, I'm coming home. I'm in love, she is my luck, she is the one. So roll, rivers roll. Florida, I'm coming home. I'm in love, Florida, I'm coming home. All along the road, there just ain't no place like my home. I'm in love, tell the birds to sing my song, and roll, sweet rivers roll. Florida, I'm coming home. I'm in love, she is my luck, she is the one. So roll, rivers roll. Roll, rivers roll. Rivers gotta roll. I'm in love, Florida, I'm coming home. That's the festival concert winning ending. I'm in love, Florida, I'm coming. But another ending to make sure you get at least a 5th place.
Thank you guys so much.
We've had a great time. There's been an amazing, diverse music selection tonight, so thanks you guys for putting it together. It's been great. Glad to be part of this. This is a song that Kelly wrote about Lillian, grandma, as we call her. We call her Nani. So Nani lived to be 101. She grew up on a farm, she was the oldest member of one of the oldest churches in South Georgia. They grew tobacco out there, and Kelly wrote this song about how they met, I guess sometime in the 1920s or 30s. And this tune's called Lillian.
The first time I played it for my dad and my aunt, they were just in tears. And then when I was done, they were like, that's not how it happened. Okay. I met a boy, he asked me
singing Daddy's coming home. Sweet as a flower, what's in a name? Lillian, dear Lillian, wanna hold you again. Here I am now, it's who I adore. Lillian, dear Lillian, we'll part evermore. I'll come home. Come home to you. I never had any gold in the world. I was rich 'cause I had you. No, I never had any gold in the world. I was rich 'cause I had you.
All right. I want to thank all our artists tonight. Ben Bedford, Max, Hiroya, Tsukamoto, and the new 76ers. Radio Live is a production of WUWF Public Media at the University of West Florida. Our technical director and broadcast mix master is Mr. Dale Regal. Our house sound is engineered by Tom Skinner. Master control this evening is being masterfully controlled by Bob Barrett. Our videographers tonight are Jenny McKeon, Chuck Dunlap, and Ian Williams. Our video director is Quentin Williams. Our house managers are Trish Allison and Myra Quinones. Our stage manager is everybody's favorite Jewish mother, Enid Siskin. This is Pat Crawford reminding you to keep your mind on your driving, your heart on the coast, and your dial on public radio. Good night, everyone. Don't forget, January, the show is a week later. It's January the 9th instead of the 7th, and we hope to see you right back here. Drive safe.